Hello. Welcome. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, beautiful souls.
Hello, you guys.
Hello. On this Memorial Day, we pause not only to honor the brave who served, but to hold space for all of our loved ones we've lost, those who've shaped our hearts that continue to walk beside us in spirit. So thank you all for joining us today. I also want to welcome Kelly Brickel, Jennifer Rose, and Fran Pearce. We're also excited to spend a little bit of time with you today in honor of Memorial Day. So thank you all for being here.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you, Nancy.
Absolutely.
Hello, everybody. Welcome.
How's everybody doing?
I'm doing great. I had a lovely hour with Ronnie just a short bit ago. So that was a wonderful experience to be able to pay tribute to those who have served and those who are in spirit too. So that was a great hour. And now I get to be on with you ladies. So it's a wonderful morning so far. And we get to do some readings for our friends. And Isabel's here, Craig is here, Jeffrey's here. Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming on back. Good to see you. So we're excited to do some readings here today.
That was such a heartfelt story. I really enjoyed watching you with Ronnie this morning. That was incredible. My heart goes out to everybody, and thank you for all the support and everything, the sacrifices they've all made for every single one of us. So, what an honor!
Yeah, we're very blessed. We are very, very blessed. Yeah,
absolutely. Hello, Steve.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi, Steve. Hi,
Jennifer.
Craig.
Hi,
Jen. There's our girl, Jen. Thank you, Steve, for sharing. Yeah, we do appreciate sharing, tagging, hearting our little video. I'm sorry that we weren't streaming on my Jennifer Rose page. Not sure what happened there, but you all found me, so that was good. And if you wouldn't mind putting a hashtag live in the comments, that would help get us in their algorithms, because we're just very excited to be working with everybody here today and to be able to give back. So thank you for that as well too. Tina's joined us.
Hello, Tina.
Yeah.
Thank you all. Thank you. How's everybody doing today? Is everybody doing anything special today after spending time with us, of course?
Happy Memorial Day. Yeah, what's everybody up to?
Yeah, what's everybody
I
doing?
imagine there's eating, shopping, and beaching, I would imagine. There's a lot of that going on.
It's a little
some sunshine, I'll tell you.
Yeah. It's not too sunshiny here in the Southern California area. Not sure why, but maybe later it will come out. We're lucky.
It looks like it's trying to break through a little bit, but we're so spoiled here in California. We expect it to be sunny every day.
We want sunny and 70 every day. Sunny 72. That's just what we.
That's me. No more.
Yes. Hi, Karina. Thank you.
Hi, Karina. Good to see you.
With Craig.
Elizabeth. Yeah.
Beef ribs. Yes, it is. I know, Craig. My husband wanted to get ribs yesterday, and I don't think we got him. I think we're cooking chicken.
Maybe next week. Every day can be a holiday. Maybe next week. Maybe not. I don't know.
Exactly.
It's interesting.
It's never a bad day to have ribs.
I'm sorry, Nancy. This morning I was just thinking about the veterans. I did a little meditation, and it was funny. All our talk about what we would, it's fun to eat on Memorial Day is one of the things that came to me with this meditation about veterans was they're in their space, like the sky for me in my vision, having a picnic. So they're celebrating themselves as well, I think, today. That's the way it seemed.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, Fran.
Cute.
Hi, Karina.
Nice. They were waving. Memorial Day. It really is. It's like Veterans Day almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big deal.
Ooh, I got angels ringing in my ear right now.
I got the nose rub thing happening too.
Oh gosh, yeah. I've got a little hummingbird nest in my tree, and the mama there's 2 eggs in there, but they hatched, and so now they're like little furry, sticky babies in there with their, they're so cute. But, and I know we'll get to our reading soon, but it just, it was such a blessing because it just reminded me it's kind of like the circle of life, and with all of the stages and the different losses that we have in life, whether it's, a loved one or some other kind of loss in our life too. It's like we go through like the grief process of that. So grief is very real, and it's something that, we're here today for, because we know people are grieving their loved ones in spirit, including those who have served in the military as well. But those little baby birds just remind you of like the circle of life, and that there's something new. There's still joy there. There's still beauty to be found too. So I like being able to share that, kind of like the Lion King, where they hold up the Simba. It's like, it's like, okay, yeah.
Gorgeous.
So,
Wow.
yeah.
Jennifer
Hi, Michael
McCormick.
Christopher. Hi, Nico.
Her grandmother's anniversary is today, 18 years since she's passed. Wow.
Oh,
Happy
God bless
anniversary.
Grandma. We love Grandma. Okay.
Hi,
18 years.
Heidi.
So this is her heavenly birthday, Jennifer. Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful. I bet she's here with us.
Absolutely. Hello, Nico. Hi, Michael. Awesome. If anybody would like to connect with anybody in particular, and also in the comments, go ahead and let us know if you're open. And if there's somebody you're actually looking to connect with, please also let us know that as well.
Yeah, everybody, if you're
Beautiful.
feeling open,
Yeah.
I just put an American flag behind us to give us some holiday cheer.
Well done. See, we tried to dress the part too for you all. See, we're all like red, white, and blue. So,
Hi, Debbie.
thank you for sharing, Steve, too. So yes, if you'd like to receive a message, please put open into the hi, Jesse, hi, Evelyn, everybody showing up. Hi, Michelle. Please put open into the comments and then keep up with your validation so we can make sure that we're with the right person, you're understanding the information and all of that too, because I think we're about ready to get going, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Do you want to kick us off, Jennifer? Pressure.
Did you just volunteer me?
Oh, not me.
Oh
Give
my gosh.
me a moment while I'm sharing, ladies. Give me a moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Is it okay to get started with readings, Kelly, or do you need
Yes.
a minute?
Oh, no. Yes,
Okay.
yes. I'm just sharing really quick.
Okay. Let me see here.
Stephanie open. Isabel is open. Karina. Evelyn.
Okay.
Michelle.
I'll go with Karina. I'm going to go with Karina.
Okay.
Hi, love. So, hi, love. Good to see you. Thank you for being with us too. I've got. Hold on. Let me see you. Your whole family's here. So hold on. I'm going to see if I can smooth this out a little bit and see who's going to come in the forefront. Okay. So I've got your grandmother here too. And she's kind of she's showing up very vintage looking, and it's really quite beautiful. So she's showing up very like vintage looking in her like appearance for me too. So it gives me, would you understand that there would be old photographs, like black and white photographs of her dressed kind of formal and sort of like a more vintage attire that goes with her too? I know I get shortness of breath here too. I may get a combination of your loved ones as well, but I know I get the shortness of breath, and I know that's hitting my system as well, that I need to acknowledge as well too. She also acknowledges grandfather being with her too. So they're coming in together, because whenever they point at my wedding ring, it lets me know, oh, they're coming in to join each other there too. I know that grandmother was very, very proper. She was very well mannered. I know her appearance was important to her. I know grandfather, he's a little bit more, he's got an independent flair to him. Karina, if you would understand, it looks like you are. Perfect. Thank you. I'm seeing music being played. So I'm seeing the record player and the vinyl album kind of turning like this, which is quite lovely too, because I want to fill the space with music, because I know that this is like something that connects everybody too. And I get the smell of really warm bread being made in the oven, you know, like the old fashioned bread. You would understand too that smell, like you would smell from a bakery, and it would just fill up the whole home too. And I understand fairly family heirlooms being passed down too. But she's coming in, Karina, very, very royal, very proper, but very, very loving, very, very genuine, very, very much wanting to envelop you and your family and your home with this love, wanting to fill your space with this beautiful golden white light so that you will know like how connected you are and how much they are here for you. I do understand there is some military service that is in the family as well, that runs in your ancestry as well. So I feel like I just want to give a little bit of a prayer hands for that too. But it feels like she is who you needed most here today. She points to jewelry being passed down too that she would have liked to wear. So I'm so happy that you're understanding this. Thank you, love. Thank you, love. And I want to play like the greats, like what Fran would like to listen to, the greats of the music, you know, like, you know, like Fran loves the greats, right? And I want to play that, but I even want to go even a little farther back in time too with that too, of the music that was of the time. And I can still hear your grandmother humming to the music and just really loving it. But I know that the musical connection runs down the line through you, and through your loves that you have given birth to. And I know that there's also a dog in spirit that comes in as well. And dad is here as well. And so there's a whole lot of family members and love for you too. What I'm hearing for you right now, it's like just to keep moving forward. You've actually made a lot of progress in these last couple of months in your spiritual journey and in your growth and development. And they're saying just keep moving forward. You're just doing so beautifully. They're showing you skating on the ice like a little ballerina, but on the ice. It's so beautiful, and that really is the essence of your soul. So it's quite lovely. I'm seeing some candles being blown out too. So there would be a birthday or anniversary that I need to also acknowledge. So my beautiful love, thank you for allowing me to work with you. I'm going to give you a little virtual hug, blow you a kiss, and I will hand it over to one of these other lovely ladies. So thank you. Thank you.
I have a reading.
Okay.
Or I have somebody here for Craig. Shall I go?
Sure.
Craigie too. I have a friend of yours, and he says, you can call me Buffo because I'm a buffoon. I hope that strikes a bell with you, my darling, because he's pretty clear about that. He's showing himself, and I don't know how he was when you knew him. I do believe he's a vet friend from the day, but he's heavy. He's showing himself as a bit heavy, beard, dark beard, and he's just out there. You know, ain't no one gonna get in this guy's way. I mean, he'll just go right on through a crowd and get where he wants to go. Not a mean streak in his body. Good guy, nice guy, love guy. But, you know, don't get in his way because he'll handle it. You could count on him, and you did count on him as somebody who kept his eye out for everybody to make sure they were safe. I hope this is striking a bell for you, because he's certainly, I think he'd be hurt if it didn't. His heart's just huge. Let's see if he can give me something a little more definitive. He wants you to smoke some grass with him. Craig. That's what he said. I don't know. Maybe he just wanted to mow the grass. I don't know. But he brings up grass. He says, if you want to have some fun, I'm the one. He says, you know, thank you. Thank you for the appreciation of today. Getting serious a moment here. Thank you for the appreciation. Thank you for the respect. That means so much. It was hard on us coming home. Oh God, you know, won't even go there. But it's done, it's over, and we all learned. And isn't that what it's all about? We all learned about ourselves, about one another, and we continue to fight the good fight for love. So And I got plenty of that, baby. So, Gricky, good to see you, darling. I love you. Spread the love. That's all I have to say.
Craig is
Love
saying
that.
yes, and hey, Ronnie's joined us as well. There's our guy.
Hey, Ronnie.
We're Ronnie girls. Hey,
We have
Ronnie.
more people that have joined us. So hello to Elizabeth. We also have Arnie is here with us. Hello, Arnie. Nancy Ray. Hello, everybody. Kelly, would you like to go, or would you like me to go next?
If you could go next, that would be gret. If
Okay,
you're open
perfect.
to it.
Kelly is
Absolutely.
doing all this behind the scenes admin
Yes.
for us.
I would like to come to Nancy Ray I believe she is still here with us. She put open. Thank you. Hi, Nancy. How are you today? I have a gentleman coming through, and he does feel perhaps either a father or a grandfather. I do feel with him that there was a very, I don't know if I want to say strict upbringing. I could also be feeling into some type of a military background. So I'm just going to pause here for a moment. Would you understand a father or a grandfather in spirit, and or somebody who is like a father or a grandfather to you?
It just takes a few seconds. There's a little delay with the comments until they
Yeah,
make it in.
Nancy, if you can just let us know if this is making sense to you.
Maybe comment twice, because sometimes they don't make it in, and what we're seeing here. So
she says, I didn't know my
she
father.
says she doesn't know. Okay.
That's okay. Was there a grandfather that was like a father for you? Because I do feel like somebody's coming through very paternal, could be a stepfather. I feel like somebody who's already crossed over. I do feel like he helped raise you. Thank you. I do feel like I was saying with I think it's a combination, as you just mentioned, with the Air Force, because I do feel like there was a structure within the home. There was a guideline. There was like a following of what his life was supposed to look like. I also do feel like he's coming through. I don't know. He's coming through not in a military uniform, but he's coming through kind of a little bit casual, almost like he has a hat on, almost like he's going to go fishing. I feel like he's coming a little playful. Would you understand that this would have also been somebody that enjoyed the outdoors? No strong male figures, only women. Okay. All right. So let me just circle back with you then. Would you know much about the person that you described in the Air Force? Would that be a grandfather to you? Just want to make sure I'm with the correct person. I do feel very drawn to Nancy, though.
You can say what you're getting and see if anyone understands this, Nancy, or someone else.
Okay. So if everybody else can also listen in a little bit, because again, I do feel like this person had a very strong, disciplined background. No father. Okay. Thank you. I also feel like this person would have enjoyed the outdoors. I'm feeling like, we're getting ready to go fishing. I feel like he's coming in a little bit playful. I don't know why, but I'm just going to say it. I feel like he really enjoyed desserts. I feel like he's showing me pies. I feel like he would have had a bit of a sweet tooth.
Kelly, I think Nancy's saying that it's her father who was in the Air Force, but that she just didn't know him very well.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's what she was. Yeah, it's not a grandfather. It is her dad, but
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So I really do feel like I am with you, Nancy. If anybody can take any of the other bits and pieces that I'm taking, please take what you can from it. So even if you did not have a relationship with him, here, know that he is still with you, because I do, as I was feeling into his energy, I was also seeing like a bridge. I did feel like there was either a literal bridge, or there was some type of distance between you, or perhaps, I don't know if you knew him at all, but I do feel like there was a bit of an estranged relationship. I also do feel like I feel like there's some kind of a tattoo. I don't know if it would be somebody, again, because if you didn't know him, you're not going to know whether he had a tattoo or not. But I see some type of a tattoo, and very casual. Okay, thank you. I'm also getting an eagle, but I feel like there's some significant tattoo that has a very strong spiritual meaning, either for yourself, him, or somebody close to you. Okay. We'll give her a moment to see if any of that resides with her. I do want to get into a little bit as to why he is here. I do feel like you have been experiencing a little bit of chaos within your life. I'm feeling very strong that he is suggesting for you to stand your ground. I do feel like you are a very strong woman. Also pay attention to the things in your life that are worth celebrating. He's kind of showing me, okay. Okay, thank you, Nancy. Okay. No problem. It doesn't mean that that wasn't part of who he was. So I am going to share what the message is for you, if I can. I do feel like there's a lot going on around you, and you're just being gently reminded to acknowledge some of the things that you have accomplished. Give yourself credit where credit is due. You have come a very long way. You are an extremely strong woman. I do feel like there's a little bit of a disconnect, a little bit of boredom on your side, if you will. I don't know if you're looking into a new career or you need some kind of stimulation, but I do feel like the message that's coming through for you is to remember to make time for the things that you want to do. Okay. Make sure that you are enjoying your life. And also, a little bit of rest and rejuvenation will also help with that. I'm also seeing maybe spending some time in nature, kind of really just sitting, in front of a tree, really spending time with your thoughts and the things that you would like to do, that bring you some joy and happiness. Okay. So I'm going to leave that message with you, Nancy. I hope some of that does help and does resonate with you. So thank you.
Thank you, Nancy.
That's beautiful.
Thank you, Nancy. Yeah, sometimes when we don't know our relatives, it can make it tricky, but it's always wonderful if you can ask a friend or find a picture, or you never know what comes up. You never know what comes up. Here's Nancy talking to you, Nancy.
Yes. Okay. You're so welcome, Nancy. I hope that helps you. You got this. Just follow your heart.
Okay. All right. Look at all you going fancy and being so direct. I have someone here with me. I'm not sure who it's gonna go to. So everybody in the comments, please let me know if you're open and if you can understand this. But I'm seeing Michael's always making me laugh. Michael's always making me laugh. Michael, if you really want it, free will, man.
You go, boy. You go.
Michael Christopher, you go do whatever makes you happy right now.
That's right.
Okay. Oh, okay. Someone's saying for Nancy really quick before I go. Karina says, Nancy, I was getting a lot of this from my dad. I know they come in pairs, but no tattoo either. but very spot on with everything. Hugs, didn't want to interrupt. He likes to come through a lot. Hugs, especially desserts, and making time to do new things. Interesting.
Wonderful.
It's okay, everyone in the comments, to say that you understand the information, though. It's okay.
Thank you. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, spirit is very intelligent. So they would like, if they have an opportunity to reach multiple people by sharing similar evidence, they will do that because they're intelligent and gracious. So that's very nice. So if you're like, a lot of those things are making me think of my person, please take that for yourself as well, too, because they can come in groups. All right. Miss
Definitely.
Kelly.
Definitely. Okay, everyone, if you can understand, just work with me in the comments if this the spirit person is for you. So I feel like there's a military connection with this gentleman. I feel like this gentleman would have had brown hair, and this gentleman would have been in the military for some time, and also he's been passed for some time. But he was very proud of his military service, and I almost feel like he would have made a career out of it. I don't know for how long, but I feel like I have to acknowledge that because he was very proud of his service within the military. And this is a man who would have traveled within his job within the military. I'm seeing helicopters. I'm seeing like he would have been from place to place. It could be a reference to the military base, interesting, but I feel like he would have gone from place to place, somewhat at least. So I have to say that. Interesting. Okay. So let me just feel more into this connection. I keep seeing, and I'm not great sometimes unless they like shout it out to me, but I keep seeing like so I don't know what in the armed forces he is, but he's wearing a blue military jacket with a white hat and white pants, I believe. A blue military jacket, like a
Maybe.
navy blue.
Mm-hmm. You have Steve. I have a father, an uncle, and other family that serve, but are on the other side now.
So Steve possibly, and let me just continue to tune into him. But I feel like when he would take pictures or be proud of how he's decorated. If anyone can understand, dark navy blue with white hat and white pants. I feel like he would have served someplace like warmer too. So that comes into place. And let me try to get who he is connected to. There's a connection to a helicopter pilot. I was being drawn to the helicopter. So I am open to okay. I will continue to describe, but Arlene, do you understand in his military photos he would have wore like dark blue and a white hat? It keeps showing me this. Like with his military colors, dark blue and a white hat.
You have Jasmine too. Mm-hmm.
Would you say, Nancy?
You have Jasmine too. She says, yes, it's my grandpa. So you have Arlene, you have Jasmine.
I think Steve also.
Yep.
Jasmine saying grandpa was in Japan and was a POW. Oh, God bless
Arlene
you.
understands Marine. Okay. Yeah, this is her. I was like, it might be Marines, but I don't know their colors. I think this is her because I'm getting the helicopter. Saw someone flying a helicopter. I didn't know who it was. It was directly behind him. I think there's just too many coincidences. I think this is Arlene. Okay. And you said this is your uncle? Okay. All right. So, if you can understand, like he was, especially like I see him when he was younger, he is, it's interesting. He has a lot of energy. So he's almost like a rowdy guy. He's like kind of quiet with how he seems, but he's like very strong and he's just very willing to get things done. And he has all this energy. And so he's like kind of strapping and strong, even though he seems like he would be quiet on the outside. And you're like, I just went to his military funeral. Oh my goodness. There's a reference to Jackson. I don't know if that's a city he served in, but I just hear the name like Jackson or someone connected to the name Jackson. So I have to give that over to you. And you're saying, yes, he was a great leader. So yeah, this is a man who was very thoughtful, but he was proud and he was like just kind of strapping. He had all this inner strength. Um, and he was very active and taking care of himself was important. He said, yes, that's where he lived, Jackson. Okay,
Oh,
thank you for
yeah.
understanding that.
Mhm.
And it's just I feel like physical health was very important to him. And he's showing me like over the years when he was younger, physical health, Jackson Hole. Thank you for understanding that. It was very important that he remained like tough, right? And he encouraged that with other people around him, like responsibility, and you're a man. So this was a very like kind of almost traditional patri. I can't say that word. Patriarch. There you go. Patriarch figure. And he really, really rallied up people around him, not only friends, but also family. He wanted to make sure a man was respected, and he wanted to make sure a man had a duty in his life. And it's like, hello, he was a man's man, very traditional. Thank you for understanding. And he took pride within this. He took pride within this. Can you understand that he had career as a he had a career as a military person, but there was a point where he retired, even if it was later in life. And I feel like I have like a medal, and it's either to the fact that I served to a certain point, or I there's something special about that. But I know I have a medal under me too as well. I'm gonna ask him to tell me more about that if he can. But I would have served and then I would have retired at a certain point, if you can understand this. Thank you. Yes, he was retired. He was retired to be a commercial pilot. Thank you. I feel like he wasn't there his entire time. But there's some type of medal that he got within the military that like acknowledged his services, whether the work that he did or the length that he was there, something like that. I wish she could let me know. But
Yep.
I
She
yes,
says yes.
very
Decorated.
decorated. Okay. Can you understand that like he would have saved a lot of people? Like he would have saved a lot of people in like dire circumstances. Like so him as a pilot, he would come out, he wouldn't just drop people off, but he would scoop people up. And there was many times where he would have saved people because of this. I feel like that was something he was very, very proud of. And so like there's actually some type of story about this. I don't know if you've been told. Let me know if you've heard about this. But again, he's very like respectable and strict with himself. But there was one instance where he kind of defied orders to go in and get a couple things done, if you can understand this. Yes, they told many stories about that in Vietnam. And then, so you understand about the saving, but can you understand that he would actually, like, he needed to go in and he needed to go in. And there's a story where he's just like, I'm going in, I don't care what they say. Okay, so he's very proud of that he was able to save people. So I just have to bring that up. And at his funeral, you know about the saving part. Thank you so much. Interesting. I don't know what this is, but I got the name Kirk, so I just have to acknowledge it. It was almost like the name, like the actor's name, like Kirk Douglas, dropped into my mind. So whether it's Kirk or Douglas, I have to say that name in attachment to him. That's interesting. But what he comes in and says, and he knew how to shoot. I have to say this. He knew how to shoot well. If you can understand this, he would have been a marksman, or he would have enjoyed shooting, because when he came in with the helicopter, he came in with a rifle. So he knew how to use one. And this is a man, again, who is, you're not sure about the name. That's okay. I'm not sure about it either. I'll tell you when I'm sure, and I'll tell you where I'm not sure. The gun thing, this was something, if you can understand, was important to him, and was, yes, they also hunted. Thank you. This was something he took joy in, but I want to go into the message for a second. And with your uncle, he's basically saying about it's important to have duty, it's important to have purpose, it's important to wake up every day and know this is what I'm doing. It takes time sometimes, but you have to go through the fires, you have to go through the trials and turmoil, and that's what will make you the woman or the man you are. And he's like, enjoy it. But he's saying you have to, even if you're going through hell, or even if it's difficult to do, you have to keep going. It will make you into the woman you need to be. And he's so proud of you. And he's saying, stand up straight and be proud of everything that you have been through and everything that you do for people around for you, your family, animals. He's talking about so much stuff that you do. So he wants to give you love, and he wants to encourage something that you're doing with herbs and healing. He wants to encourage that and looking at land with herbs and healing. And I could say a bunch more, but he's very, very, very proud of you. And sit up straight, stand up straight. You are one of mine. You are fantastic and beautiful. He's so proud of you. Okay. Thank you for understanding. Arlene says, wow, very relevant. I'm restarting my life, huge ending, and looking for my new beginning. Yes, I understand. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful reading, Kelly.
Thank you, Nancy. Yes, farms for a healing center. Okay, all right. He doesn't want you to let that go. He likes that for you. Thoughts. He likes that for you.
That's really beautiful, Kelly. Wow.
Wow.
Okay. Is it my turn?
Arlene helps me land that in the beginning. I was like, there's a helicopter.
Yeah. It helps when our loved ones give us those little specific things, so then we can really find it too. So may we please just do a quick check-in to see who's still here and who's open. If you wouldn't mind, I can see a few of her, so I'm going to see who I feel drawn to. Okay. Hi, Hattie. How are you doing? Hi, Lisa, who's joined us. Hi, Stephanie. Okay. Hi, Cheyenne. Good to see you. Hi, Miguel. Hi, B. Hi, Arlene. Okay.
Best.
Okay. Oh, do.
I'm trying not to actually read the comments because I do have somebody here with me.
I know. Lynn,
Really
I'm with you. Okay. Lynn, I feel like I've got your two dads coming in for you. So that would be your father and your father-in-law coming in as a little bit of a pair. And they're coming in quite like I want to say they're coming in quite like they're kind of like telling jokes to each other. So it's almost like the two of them, I know their personalities are a little bit different, but they're kind of feeding off one another. And so they're having kind of like a chummy time together as they're kind of coming in for you and for your husband, Lynn, too. And so it's just really sweet because they're coming with all this kind of like happy jokester kind of energy is like the best thing I can describe it. And they're kind of like having this their own separate little conversation going on together where they're just kind of feeding off each other. So it's interesting to see like how they would have interacted when they were here, versus how they were there, but they're having a really good time with that, Lynn. So but as I move into your father, because that's where we get that very like endearing kind of love of that daddy-daughter love that comes in for you too. He's talking about you specifically having like been in the kitchen and then washing the dishes and then feeling his presence and feeling spirit around you too. So where you kind of like, so hopefully you can understand this, Lynn, that you had this experience, but it's specific with the dishwashing in the kitchen and you're like, oh, they're here with me. I've got people here with me. And as I see Lisa's little comment with the rainbows, I get drawn to that rainbow for you too. So I know that that's a symbol for you. And that does remind me of your work with colors as well. But I know that the rainbow is very significant as a symbol of spirit for you from your loved ones as well. Okay. And your father-in-law comes in quite charming as well, I must say too. And they're doing kind of a tip of the hat for you too. And I feel like they would have worn different hats, but they still wear hats. So I've got a 1 tip, 2 tip coming in for you. It's very, very sweet too. And I'm being made aware for you that your year of 2026, because right now you're doing a lot of gearing up, you're doing a lot of like putting the pieces together, Lynn, and getting things like you're getting out there with your mediumship, but then you're also doing a lot of behind the scenes structural work. Okay, but they're letting me know by the time we move into the next year, which we're already halfway through, it's going to be this real smooth sail for you too. So there's a lot of exciting things coming for you, I have to say too. I'm being drawn to, we were talking about barbecuing earlier before we got started, but I am being drawn to kind of like that barbecuing kind of feel for you too. And I know if we go back in the days, you have some nice memories of those like summer vacays, you know, of being out in the backyard and like having that family time when there really wasn't much of a care in the world. And it's like they kind of like bring back some very nostalgic memories too. And I'm feeling like they're talking about, hold on, where are we going this? Oh, okay, Lynn, they're talking about like some work, like I'm like working abroad. So I don't know if this is specifically travel abroad, but there's work abroad within your mediumship. So this can also be like online virtual work too, but they are letting me know there is more connection abroad for you that is coming for you too. So you can kind of put that into your little box of things to be waiting for to happen for you too. And then I also feel like I'm drawn to for you is like the message that you've been raised with is like, if life is giving you lemons, okay, thank you, Lynn. You make lemonade. So if you get the lemons, you make lemonade, and you make that lemonade really, really good. You understand? It's like we're talking, you know, cut the lemon slices, put the real sugar in, a little sprig of mint or something on there too. And we make it good and we stick a straw in and we go, look what we did. That's how they raised you. That's how they raised your husband. You get the lemons, you make lemonade, and it's going to be darn good lemonade. So I hope you enjoy some this afternoon with your barbecue. You're going to have to. And they're bringing me to like, oh my gosh, Lynn, did you have those like those Farmer John's baked beans when you were younger with your with your barbecuing with your dad? Do you remember that, Lynn? Because they're bringing me like to that and like let's see, what else did they bring me to? Like strawberry shortcake, like we would make with the biscuits back in the day. Like that's the kind of like nostalgic memories they're bringing to me too. This is super fun. And then they're bringing me to what, if you would understand that you would have had a little doll that was kind of like a handmade type of doll, like a Holly Hobby type of doll. Both of us know how to become. Well, that's good. Go get yourself some lemons from Trader Joe's, you know, and just start doing that. Make the old fashioned kind. Okay. They're bringing me to a little memory of a little doll too. So just a little something for your, like your inner child self. But this is a particular special one that you had when you were a little girl that you would hold and you would rock to sleep too. So they come in bringing that part of you, some comfort, some love. With that, I need to bring in an angel that comes in for you too. I want to bring you both Michael and Gabrielle coming in for you as well. And they come in and they stand by your side and they stand behind you, and they put that wall of power behind you is how they're showing it to me. It's a wall of power, but that power is only a signal, a reminder of what you already have within. Okay. And then they're showing me you kind of in your Wonder Woman costume, moving forward. You got this, you got this. All of your loved ones, all of your angels are so incredibly proud of you. And I can't emphasize that enough into words. And then they're kind of putting a little crown on your head. And so they're blessing your queendom and your queendom there. So I have to give you that too. So I hope that was fun for you. And I hope that was helpful. I'm going to give you a big hug and thank you for allowing me to work with you here today. And I'll hand it over to Miss Fran.
Always amazing are you, my darling.
That was a fun one.
I do want to connect with you, Debbie Ontiveros, my dear. I hope that I have who you want. Chuck Joseph. I when I saw your comment, I asked for Chuck Joseph. Would he be interested in coming forth? And so I'm going to tell you who I got, what I got, and we'll see if it doesn't fit for you. Then we'll see if it does for someone else. But he's a slim young man. You feel love the minute you see him and want to kind of hold and protect him too, because he just seems so good. Is a feeling I get of him. Kind of dark blonde hair, handsome face, glasses. The thing is, he has missing his left leg from below the knee down, and he's on crutches. He says, "Oh, don't feel so bad. It's okay." But that's how he was. It's not how he is now. He says it's all. He's telling me it's all part of the game. He's holding a Bible. This was my protection. He says it was always near and dear to me. And he tells me that his goal was to be a teacher as a young man. And he turned to more of a religious outlook when he got home. Had to follow a path of recovery that took quite some time. So his teaching manifested into working with groups that he ran into of need, as he would be in his own recovery, he would discover a group maybe of young people that are trying to that are having trouble in their lives, that he could volunteer to talk to and help in any way he could. So he found his road. It wasn't the one originally planned, he's telling me, but he found his road, the one he was supposed to walk, and was caused to walk by having been in the service and wounded as he was. It was what was supposed to be for him. He says, and it's all okay. It's just all okay, and you get to know that once you're here. Once you've graduated, you get to look back and you see it's just all as it's supposed to be. So yeah, he says he just sends that same love that you felt about him when he was here, that was felt about him when he was here. He just exudes that, and he sends it to everybody. No limits, no limits. So that's Chuck Joseph that I got. Thank you.
Okay.
And if that didn't connect with Debbie, I don't think it looked like it did. Perhaps it was for someone else. I hope. If not, he just was there and came into us because he wanted to share. And you're always welcome. We love you right back.
Beautiful. Thank you, Fran. Not familiar with missing leg. He did have dirty blonde as a child. He was in his 70. He was 70 when he passed. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, I am going to just start describing what I am getting. And I know that with it being Memorial Day, I feel like we have a lot of, military coming through. I have a gentleman that came through holding the American flag very proudly. I also do feel with this gentleman that there was something to do with either working on planes or flying planes. I feel very adamant that there's something with planes with him. When I say planes, could be helicopter, just something in the air that he would have done or he would have worked on. I also feel with this gentleman, there would have been, he talks about 2 kids. So I'm going to kind of put that to the side for a moment. He is showing me that he would have been a very prideful man during his time in service. It was very much an honor. And he took his role very, very seriously. I'll see if thank you, Jade. I'll see if I can kind of break this down a little bit further. I also do feel like, okay, well, he's making it very clear to me that during his time in service, not only was it an honor, but it was his true definition of understanding the meaning of brotherhood, of really understanding family, understanding a connection and being responsible for one another. I do feel like he had a big personality. I do feel like he had somewhat of a sense of humor. Okay. I also feel with this gentleman, I'm hearing a lot of 70s music. So I know that it would have been during that time, or that he would have loved 70s music, but I hear a lot of 70s music playing in the background. And if Jennifer was connecting with this link, she could probably tell you exactly what song that was and who sang it. I just hear it and I just know that it's 70s. I also feel like I have to go back to that there's a tattoo that either he has or you or somebody close to you. I feel like there is a tattoo that wouldn't be just like, and granted, I understand tattoos all have meanings, but I feel like it would have been a significant type tattoo that really had a strong meaning for you or for this person. So I'm going to take a breath. Can anyone take all of this information thus far, or most of it?
Do a quick rundown of the evidence. Do a quick rundown.
Okay. Again, comes through very prideful with his military background. He is referencing 2 children. I also do feel planes. He would have either worked on planes, flew planes. That would have been his role in the military.
It seems like Jade can take this, just by the way.
He had 2 kids. My grandfather worked on planes in the military. Okay, I wonder if I have a couple of different links here. Okay, my grandfather worked on planes in the military. Okay, because I feel like I'm really being said worked on planes, flew on planes, which could also perhaps go hand in hand. However, I do feel like, so maybe he's trying to show me kind of a significant, I do feel like there would have been, and I'm trying to feel into if it would have been him.
Jade can take the tattoos. Jade can take what you're saying.
I'm feeling that there's some leg or there's a knee injury or some type of chronic pain that somebody is experiencing, whether it's him or you or somebody close to you. But I feel like there's a significance with something with the leg or the knee. Let me know if that is something you can also take. I also do feel like there would have been a bit of moving around. Kept a lot of friendships from that time. Okay. My dad. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Jade. Again, I really want the rest of you to listen in because I do feel like we do definitely have some split connections here. I do feel like music made him happy. I feel like during downtime, that is how they survived. That is how, I mean, music makes everybody happy, but I feel like that is what got him through some of the harder days. I feel like music brought them to life. Again, I don't know if I'm just hearing the music or if this person would have played any type of musical instruments. Okay, like he wants to talk about my dad. Okay. Okay. So again, musical instruments, music was very important. I also do feel like, you know, I feel like there was a lot of heartache that followed after. I do feel like there was a lot of mental drain. I do feel like this person would have had some severe highs and lows. Okay, I'm gonna thank you. Okay, I'm gonna move into the message. So I do feel like I do see a lot of rough seas, but I do feel like I'm just stuttering. Sorry. He's talking really, getting the information really fast. So I see this beautiful calm water. Okay. I do feel like it was very rough and very rocky, but I do feel like the water is smoothing itself out. I can feel like I have to say there's smooth sailing that is coming forward. I also feel there's been a tremendous amount of heartache and loss. And I really have to really say that again. There's been a tremendous amount of heartache and loss. And life is a waiting game. Okay. Those are the words that I'm being given. It's a waiting game. It's going to go up. It's going to go down. It's a waiting game to get to the next place that you want to be. And you have to ride the storm out. You have to ride the waves out to get to that next destination. That next destination always comes. Okay. Follow your intuition, follow your heart. Remember that love is all around you. Lean on the people that love you the most, because those are the ones that are going to be there for you. Okay. And sometimes you might be surprised. It's also going to be strangers that give you that smile or that gentle nod that are going to make your day, and they're going to change some chord inside of you that is going to remind you of how special that your life is and how life is. So really coming through with so much love and so much admiration for you. So thank you, Jade, for allowing me to work with you. Thank you to everyone else who could take bits and pieces. And I really want you to take some of what I said to heart as well, because I do feel like it was for multiple people to hear that message. So thank you.
That's beautiful. I think it was the Eagles, by the way. I was getting the Eagles. So I was hearing like, "Welcome to the Hotel California."
No, you got it.
They're in Hotel California. As soon as you said that,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, what?
It's funny too, because I got an eagle earlier too.
Yeah, that's
There you
cool.
go.
God bless Jade and
I
everybody
think
else and your loved ones.
it's so like Lisa could understand that and Jade could understand that.
Yeah.
And Jade could take, like, it seemed like Jade could take everything. That's what she was kind of saying in the comments. And right, sometimes there are double messages, but it was interesting too, because it's like you came in almost maybe where Fran left off, because Lisa could take the I think the amputee of the leg.
The knee injury, the
The
knees.
knee,
Yeah,
the knee injury.
that's
She
right.
could take Jade could take the knee. Jade could take Dad with both knees replaced, and then Lisa could take I have a chronic knee pain and he had a leg amputated.
Wow.
And Fran said that
There you go.
earlier.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
there's you're picking up on, yeah, I think that I just had to point that out. I'm like,
They find a
Yeah.
way. They find a way
Right.
to be like, yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
And Lisa could take some of the other stuff that Fran was saying earlier too. So I find that very fascinating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love that, Jennifer. Jennifer McCormick, my partner with the
Yeah.
eagle, fishing bald eagle angler.
Yeah.
Love
Yeah.
that. Thank you. Wow.
Okay. All right. Let me do, I guess, a quicker connection. Let's see her. There's some people that could come forth. Let me just see kind of how I want to work for a second. All right. Okay. So I have a grandfather coming on in, and I feel like this grandfather has like a very bright spirit, and he's like creative and fun and likes to quip jokes, and there's an Irish connection to him. So if you can understand an Irish connection, like his side of the family was Irish, or he could have even had an Irish accent, but I feel like the Irish part's very important. And he would have worn hats. He would have worn something like a golf cap. It's like kind of like a more dressy cap, but he would have worn a cap. Can anyone understand this? There's a gentleman coming on in, connection from Ireland, white hair, likes to crack jokes. My dad from Ireland with an accent. Okay, all right. I wasn't sure about it was like, was it granddad? As I'm talking to him, like, is it granddad? Okay, you can understand part of it. Okay. Can you understand how he was like, inquisitive and funny and creative? Can you understand this? And you're saying you can understand an Irish grandfather too with a hat. Oh, so we do have an Irish grandfather with a hat. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So, and we have a third one. Okay. I have to be more specific. Okay. All right. But this is like bright white hair when he goes older. And this is a man who actually would have liked to dress more formal at times. And even when he was casual, he did like to kind of like look a little bit put together. So like I'm wearing a vest, and I feel like if he was to go out, he would have preferred a vest or a coat. And if he's casual, like he has some, I don't know, above average nice pants on, even though he looks casual, he's aware of how he likes to dress. He's aware of the little details, again, because his brain works differently. He is quite creative, if you can understand this. And you're saying very formal dresser. Okay, even when he was casual, it was like I feel like the pants he wore would have been like wool or tweed, even when casual, if you can understand this. And can you understand that, like, later in life, he had Christine, very creative. And you're like, white, funny. Okay, and then Kristen too, white, funny hair, button downs, t-shirt, slacks, very put together. So, okay, it could be Kristen and Christine. Can you understand that later in life, it was like later in life, he had moved to a smaller location. So this might have been like a smaller apartment or a community he's in, but I'm aware that, I do move, and I am someone who likes to keep up with with how I can keep up. It's almost like, so he downsized because he wanted to be very self-sufficient, and this is what he could keep track of, and this is how he felt responsible for his own life, if you can understand this. So downsized when he was older, and he would have known of him moving into a smaller, whether it's apartment or community. I feel like part of this is important because it was later in life where he needed to move, and it improved his life, even though he had to kind of say goodbye to his former home. You can understand this. I feel like this is an important piece. So Christine, can you understand this? And Christine, you're saying, yes, he moved and built his own home. Can you understand that he would have continued to move? Because this is a man where I can understand would have moved more than once, but in the end, he would have had a smaller home, and you would have come and visited him. And there's like, I know this sounds funny, but there's an ode to the kitchen being darker. It was like the kitchen didn't have proper lighting or sunlight. People can understand this as I connect. He was always on the go. I can take that for him. It's like he didn't really completely care that it wasn't lit. So, Christine, a very smaller place. Yes, downsized, lived a bit with family 3 times, and then a nursing home. Yes. Okay. So, Kristen, can you understand a type of like community home? I just want to make sure, because this is an important piece that he just keeps showing me, and it like the home is darker, but he's out on the go and he's okay with it. And you're saying yes, a galley kitchen. Okay, and okay, this might you both can take things. Christine, you can take the darker kitchen, you can take the downsize, you can take and then Christine can take it too. Yes, he was in an orphanage and a nursing. Okay, you both can take the whole nursing home community living piece. Okay. All right. Let's kind of go into it. All right. Can you understand that this was a man in a darker kitchen? Okay, you can take that. Can you understand, like, this is a man who liked to walk and would walk by ponds and, like, feed the ducks, and when you were younger, tell you stories. And so this is just like a man who's a free spirit, and he would try to kind of make you giggle, and he would even make jokes, like loving jokes, like at the family. He's like, "Do you see this person? They're a this and that, and just so you know, they, this and this." Like, he would make little, like, jokes at the family, and he'd be like, "Ha, ha, 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 ha," and he'd be like, "Ha, ha, ha." And that's something he, like, enjoyed with you growing up, being able to be super silly and, not taking life seriously, and he had, that perspective. He would make jokes often, but, like, witty and quips and kind of fun, like, kinda childlike. So it was like even a sting would be kind of, like, lighthearted, but and silly, and he could get away with it. You're saying, let's see. So you can take the darker kitchen. Yes, he loved nature. Yes, there'd be a water by the pond. Yes, he was very mischievous and funny. So, Kristen, I feel like I'm with you. If you can take all these bits. Christine, let me know if you can take these bits as well. I know there's a lot of commonalities. And you're saying yes. Oh, no. Okay. Well, all right. We don't have a lot of time left. I'm so sorry. Both of you can take it. All. Christine, you're telling me you can take very specific things. Okay, so Christine, you're telling me yes for very specific things, but Christine, you can take a lot of it too. So pay attention to when I'm continuing to share with you. He also feels like, if you can understand, this Irish Catholic, and he would have had, because I'm wearing there's no pendant on it, but he would have had a pendant or worn a pendant, and it would have been significant with his faith or something special he would have worn too as well. And he's basically, let me go into it. He's basically talking about gardening right now, and he was a lover of nature. So this is a message towards you to go out and tend to the garden, tend to the flowers. And he's talking about how things have been like, it's almost like your mind or your brain has been like a little bit clouded lately. So he's talking about like stress or lack of focus. And he's saying like, tend to the garden, like tend to yourself, and things will lighten up. And he wants to invite you to play games. I feel like you played board games with him when he was younger, and he wants you to enjoy the simpler things in life. The simpler things in life. So drink a glass of milk and play a game. And he's like, be good to yourself. Be good to yourself. He talks about it so much because he's like, I know that you've been overwhelmed lately, and he wants you to have the brightness of life. And so think of him, and whether with it's in nature or doing something a little bit fun, he wants to remind you of that. And he also is referencing a dog to remember. So whether it's your own or his, forgive me, I can't distinguish it. I feel like he would have had a dog too at some place in his life, but he's like, the unconditional love nature of beings. He's like, I offer that to you. Please think of me. And he's talking about a love of a dog too. He wants you to focus on the simpler, happier things in life. If people can understand this. You're quick-witted and Catholic, and then Kristen, yes, Catholic. He would have had the medal. Okay, Kristen, you can take a lot of these individual evidence pieces. Thank you for understanding. And Kristen, I love how there's crossovers. My soul dog is in heaven. There's a reference to him having a dog too. Please understand this. And Kristen, it's like the love of a dog. The love of a dog, however that can come in, like volunteering, or maybe having a dog back in your life, or just seeing friends with dogs. It's just like that uplifted your heart. And he's just saying, he's like, oh, let the clouds wash away and focus on the happier, simpler things in life. And he kisses you on the forehead. He really does.
Beautiful.
Kristen and Christine says, yes, carried a rosary. Garden, huge, totally me. Yes, stuff. She can take so much. She can take so much too. Please, everybody. As I say it, and I love and leave you with what you can understand for one, your dad, and the other, your grandfather. Please, and then you're understanding the dogs. Okay, and have my dogs and love animals. Okay, thank you. just please, they're saying they love you. They're giving you a kiss from each. One of them would have had a pin they would wear too. Please understand that's their hello from heaven, and they give you so much love. Double kisses from okay. So I give you love with that, and thank you so much for both realizing just so much evidence within your dad and your grandfather. So much Irish love, so much Irish love.
Kelly,
Wow.
could I jump in with just one little side bit here?
Yes.
Just toward the end there, when with your reading, I'm looking out my window, and I have a little lake out here, so I have some fun wildlife, and I looked up out my window, and these two ducks walked by. One of them was kind of chasing the other, and the other one it made me smile. They're really cute. Right after that, I look up and Kristen wrote, "Oh, it went away," but she wrote about this.
The ducks, the pond.
Yeah, I think your grandfather had ducks, loved ducks, and fed ducks.
Yeah.
Let me find that.
I'm sorry, I lost it. It jumped away. I had it here, but it was.
Yeah, she was saying he had ducks on his desk and he fed the ducks. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and he would.
We love the duckies.
So I just thought that was a fun little addition to your
very
reading.
cool.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful.
Verification that he was there. Wanted us to know it. Yeah.
And beautiful. Wow.
There you go.
Great.
Oh, the ducks. Yeah, she's acknowledging the ducks as you say it. Wow, she's even more ducks, not just on his desk, but an altar with ducks. Oh my gosh. Nice catch, Fran. I overlooked the importance of ducks.
Fun stuff.
Jay says, ducks have been showing up for me a lot too lately. They like my pool. I wonder the metaphysical meaning.
Don't let them stay. They'll be pooping in your pool. You won't want that. Don't let them stay. They'll make a mess. But think of it as like oil off the back, water off the back. You try not to let the stuff bother you. That's kind of a good symbolism with the ducks. We all love the duckies. They're so cute.
Lisa wants to know, are there Irish pubs on the other side? Absolutely.
I'm sure there are. I am sure there are.
Sure.
No doubt about it.
I missed that one.
Oh,
great.
I'm so happy we got to do this. We got to give some messages from Spirit on Memorial Day. So we're very blessed. Thanks everybody who's been joining us as well. All of our friends are here. So we're very blessed.
We love you.
Thank you everybody so much for joining us. And Courtney, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you everyone who came out.
You want to do a collective message really quick? A quick one?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Does anyone want to pull?
I would just like to say that the feeling I get is of happy and warm and love. I'm not getting the opposite for this very, very kind of somber day, but I'm getting this feeling coming from them to through to me to us is warmth and happiness and love.
Yes.
Beautiful. Carry it on.
Absolutely. Jennifer, do you have a card pull for us or a message?
No, I'm not going to do a card, but there's talking about remembering the peace that lives within you, because we keep looking for peace out there too.
Yes.
And of course we all want that, but they're saying, remember the peace within you, find that quiet stillness. They show me cherry trees with that as well. It's really quite beautiful, but they just say that the peace, it lives within you. And so just come back into that point, take a breath, pause, and then you come back kind of to center. So that's what I have to share. Yeah.
Beautiful. Oh, beautiful. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you, ladies. What a beautiful morning, afternoon we've had. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
And have a blessed rest of your day. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Wishing you all a beautiful day. Enjoy your barbecues, your family time, your TV shows, your shopping, and your remembering all of our loved ones in spirit. So I'm happy we got to do this together. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to say, everyone, happy Memorial Day. And I'm just going to continue to post your comments. We're getting so many thank yous and wonderful comments. Our hearts are with you. We will see you very soon. with everybody sharing their gifts and talents, whether it's on Sacred Spiral or with Jennifer Rose, Nancy Muratalla, and Fran Pearce. They're busy, busy ladies. So thank you for being with us. We love you. Take care, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.